Now let's do some complicated cases. So determine the ICs for each of the following cases. Min of x plus 2y comma 2x plus 1. So let's proceed in a similar manner. When will utility function report x plus 2y? Okay, so this will happen whenever x plus 2y is less than 2x plus y. Can you resolve this thing a little bit? You can resolve this into, this implies, okay, I can cancel x plus y on both sides and I can basically write y is less than x. So whenever y is less than x, what is the output of the utility function? X plus 2y. Okay, so whenever y is less than x, the output is x plus 2y. Now when will it report 2x plus y? Whenever 2x plus y is less than x plus 2y. Again cancelling x plus y on both sides, I am left with x is less than y. Okay, so whenever x is less than y, the function reports 2x plus y. Okay. So what is the dividing line between these two cases? So let me just draw the x equals to y. So what's happening to the right of x equals to y? X plus 2y. Yeah. So this is the x greater than y zone or y less than x zone. So x plus 2y. So utility equals to x plus 2y. What is utility equals to x plus 2y like? What kind of utility function does this remind you of? Perfect substitutes. So what will be the slope of this perfect substitutes indifference curve? Minus 1 by 2. Okay, so here you will have a perfect substitute of slope minus 1 by 2. So roughly draw it something flatter than your 45-degree line. Okay, so minus 1 by 2. So okay, now what's the story on this side? The opposite. This is your x less than y slope side, so the utility function will be 2x plus y. Now you can go on and prove that these utility functions are going, indifference curves are going to be continuous. I am not going to do it. If you are interested, you can do it. But basically, it will look like this. Exact utility numbers I am never interested in. I am only interested in the slope. So this is what my ICs will look like. Now let's take another case. Min of x plus 2y plus min of 2x comma y. Sorry, min of x comma 2y plus min of 2x comma y. So you deal with these two cases as two different perfect complement cases. The first case is min of x comma 2y. So for the first case, the dividing line is going to be y equals to x by 2. So y equals to x by 2 is a slope half line. What will be the story to the right of this thing? Let me call this as u1. What will be the story of u1 to the right of y equals to x by 2. X by 2 is greater than y, that is x is greater than 2y. So what will it report?
2y.
2y. So here u1 is 2y. What about here?
u1
X. Now let's call this thing as u2. u2 is min of 2x comma y. What is the border line for this case? Y equals to 2x. What's the story to the right of this line? u2 equals to y. Okay, so u2 equals to y. And what's the story to the left? u2 equals to 2x. So I basically have three zones now. Zone 1 is the leftmost zone, which is to the left of the red line, where u1 is x and u2 is 2x. Now total utility is nothing but u1 plus u2. So total utility here is u equals to 3x. In the intermediate zone, u1 is still x because it's to the left of green line, but u2 has changed to y. So this becomes x plus y. Whereas in this zone, u1 has become 2y, u2 continues to be y. So here utility becomes y plus 2y, that is 3y. So u equals to 3x. What will this look like? Horizontal line or vertical line? 3x. Huh? So crucial thing to remember is all points with the same x coordinate will have the same utility. That's my IC. So what kind of points have the same x coordinate? Along a vertical line or along a horizontal line? Along a vertical line. X equals to 1 put kar do. X equals to 1 line is all points having the same x coordinate. So it is going to be a vertical line. So यहाँ पे IC will be vertical. What about here? Slope 1 minus 1, but we know 1. Okay, and here horizontal. Okay, so in the end, if you want to plot the final structure, draw two lines. And then along these lines, these are your ICs. Now this makes very less economic sense. In fact, it has no economic sense probably. I never wondered about it. I never pondered over it because it's just math. They are just trying to test by giving questions like this. They are testing your mathematical capabilities. They are not testing your economic intuition. Okay, so these exams, they do not ask economic intuition. They would ask intuitive questions in econometrics. But apart from that, none of the questions would be intuitive. You will get very weird kind of situations where you will be like कि ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है, ये थोड़ी possible है. But don't go into the intuition. That is not at all what the examiner wants from you. Okay, but econometrics में the math becomes very complicated at times. So in econometrics question we'll see कि कई बार intuition से you can save time and do the problems. But other than that, don't try to ponder a lot over intuition कि ऐसे कैसे indifference curves बन रहे हैं. And even if you want to ponder, just don't ask me because I don't know. I don't know why somebody has this kind of ICs. Alright, let's come to the third case, min of x square comma y. Now when will it report x square?
When it's less than y.
When it's less than y. Okay, so it reports x square if x square is less than y. Okay, and u equals to y if x square is greater than y. So what's the dividing boundary?
Y equals to x.
Y equals to x square. So it's no longer a line, it's a curve. So the dividing boundary now is the y equals to x square curve, which looks like this. What's the story to the right? What is the larger thing to the right? X square or y?
X square is larger.
X square is larger. Okay. So at any point here, you have y equals to x square. If you move to right, x square increases. So this zone is x square greater than y. So if x square is greater than y, the function will report y. Okay. Now when it reports y, what will the ICs look like? So all points with a constant y will be at a same indifference utility level. So horizontal lines. Now above story is x square less than y. The story to the left, the function reports x square. So all the points with the same x square value will have the same utility. So what can you say about the indifference curves? What will they look like? Okay, so let's try to imagine utility level 4. Okay, so this is utility level 4 line. So y equals to 4 line. Utility equal to 4 line. Okay, what is this point?
X square equal to y.
So what is x?
2,
2 comma 4. X square equals to y. So x square is equal to 4. Okay, so this is your y equals to 4 line. So this point is 2 comma 4. All right. Now here your utility is equal to x square. So all the points which obey x square equal to 4 should be at utility level 4. Now which points obey x square equal to 4? Huh? Minus 2 we don't want to consider. So basically x equal to 2. What is the curve for x equal to 2? Vertical line. So it's not a parabola. That's the funny thing. It's not a parabola. Even though on first look it might look like it kuch alag hona chahiye. This is x square. It's not. Because whenever x is same, x square is same. So ये सारे points का x same है, इसलिए इन सब points का x square भी same. Okay. So these are still L-shaped curves, but these are L's along a curve rather than a line now. That's the only difference which has happened. Okay. Max of x comma y. When will this function report x?
when x is greater than y.
When x is greater than y. So which region is that?
Right side.
Right side. So in the right side, you will have utility equal to x. Utility equal to x means the indifference curves will be vertical or horizontal? Vertical. And on this side you will have uh, utility equal to y, which means horizontal. So these are inverted L-shaped curves. So that's your max function. Now we have dealt with some basics. The rest of the things you need to work on your own and read these two chapters. So do the problems on your own. I'll share the solution.